KTN News, KE at Dennis Aseto, or hashtag is Newsdesk. Now we go straight to a top story this hour. It comes from the Nyanza region, where President William Ruto's Nyanza tour has entered its second day today. The president is touring Homa Bay County with a series of activities lined up, including launching various projects. Earlier, the president presided over the closing ceremony of the Blue Economic Conference at Tom Mboya University and commissioned a new university building. The president has said the TMU Maritime Center of Excellence, the center that will offer training to professionals, will help to support the blue economy, which is increasingly being positioned as a key economic frontier for the country. Let's listen in.
Units from social organizations into economic units. We have registered all the beach management units across Kenya, and we have 450 of them. That was step one. Step two, we're now moving these beach management units and organizing them into cooperatives so that they begin to appropriate the place of marketing, of organizing the fishing, and also making sure that this becomes a commercial entity, and the beach management units, being cooperatives, can then begin to provide linkages for fishing, for making sure that the fish is processed, and ultimately the route to market. We have already completed the training and the movement of beach management units. Of the 450, 180 have already been trained, and they have already been registered as cooperatives. I am informed by Joho and his team that they will complete the process of training and transitioning the BMUs into cooperatives and economic units by July this year. It is the base upon which we are going to build the growth of the blue economy and the fishing sector. That was number one. We also, as we organized these beach management units, it became necessary for us to empower them, to give them some resources so that they can begin to organize themselves. So far.
Still at the Blue Economic Conference, ODM leader Raila Odinga has called for a boundary review between Kenya and Uganda in the lake. Odinga says this is a contentious issue that the government must take up and properly resolve. At the same time, the former premier has also condemned the harassment of Kenyan fishermen, urging the government to come up with an agreement that will enable Kenyan fishermen to fish generally in the Lake Victoria.
To leap forward. Since we started taking national days to counties and assigning specific themes to those celebrations, it has become clear that every part of Kenya has something to offer. Progressively, we have come to the realization that there is more to Kenya than just crops, livestock, and minerals. It is my hope that as we continue on this journey of rotational Madaraka Day celebrations and themes, Kenyans will come to appreciate each other more and build the understanding and trust that are necessary to build a stable and a prosperous nation. We are here to talk blue economy. Just meters from Lake Victoria, the world's second largest freshwater lake after Lake Superior in North America. As we embrace our oceans and lakes and rivers as potential sources of growth under blue economy, we are coming to the realization that there's more to these water bodies than just fish. Blue economy is a relatively new era of focus in our country. Despite only recent focus on this field, Kenya is putting commendable effort, and I believe that in no time you can make this sector one of the top contributors to our national economy and the well-being of our citizens. The government has rightly identified the blue economy as a potential source of inclusive economic growth, job creation for the youth and riparian communities, food and nutrition security, sustainable aquaculture, and conservation and climate resilience, among others. For us to realize and maximize on the full benefits of this sector, there are deliberate steps we must urgently embark on as a nation. I will outline a few. But before I do that, Your Excellency, you need to know that these people were originally not fishermen. Luos were pastoralists. As they came down from the north, they were traveling along rivers and lakes. That's why they are called river lake Nilotes. But sometimes in their history, about 200 years ago, their cattle, their stocks were decimated by an epidemic 200 years ago. That's when they turned to the lake, to fishing and to sedentary life at that time. But that pastoralism...
Very well, Dr.